Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Ready.
Young off the play fake. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Play action here on the first play from scrimmage. They want to see how the linebackers are going to react. Are they looking to stop the run? Or are they going to sit back in coverage? A really nice job there of going in attack mode early, and they pick up a quick first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Trey Hendrickson, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage, as they'll be left with a 3rd and long. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Young on 3rd down. Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was one play, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
A quick pass out to Juju.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he went down as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The Raiders sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And they were able to tough it out last week, a close one-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence and they feel like they can continue to get better.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, this crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
To throw is Murray. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a throw here to his running back. Shedding the tackle that gives him some room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today. But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
It's Young off play action. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Got an open man that time. They end up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both of these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Throwing now is Murray. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
Play fake. Murray. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think plays like that will give them some confidence, something sorely needed going against this unit.
On second down, here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man-coverage were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Shreds the tackle, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's Murray. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better
that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Murray from midfield. Flushed out right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's the Raiders punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Bean. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Third down, Young from the gun. He's going to air one out.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Simmons. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
From the 20, here's a 2nd down and 9. Murray now to throw. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Bean. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I do know from experience when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3rd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. Bean. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
2nd down and 8. Here's Murray. And this one too low.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Murray now. Forced out to his left. And he will have the first down, but he climbs up paying for it pretty good. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Murray going to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And a good result there, as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, that puts them in that position.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now it's 2nd and 10. On play action, Young. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On 3rd down, Bean. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. To throw, it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
expect him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out in the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
Patterson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. 1 touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Finding space at the 40. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big, or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Jacobs now. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 2 running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? From the gun, Murray. And that will be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's Young on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. In motion left goes a tight end. On 3rd down, Bean. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. They'll play fake. Now Young. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it here just past the 25. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Now Murray. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 37. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Running it with Jacobs. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Second down and 4. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 15-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. The line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. To throw is Murray. Second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and a couple. Young off the play fake. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 21 yards.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run the counter. Bean. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And Young's throw there incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He'll buy some time right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need him to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the 1st down with his legs instead.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. And the Chargers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Off the option, that's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we've got a third and goal situation. Young here, you can see changing the play. They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Throwing on first down is Murray. Oh, and that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a 1st down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. Well, we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline? I'm not so sure they like that so much.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to him. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders put together a 4th-quarter drive to take the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. This is 1st and 10. Young now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his right. And a loose football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Murray to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. Patterson's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And the fair catch taken. No time will come off the clock. And they will begin this critical drive at the 25-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Here comes 2nd down. Young to throw. And that's complete to Davis. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Here's Young. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Raiders